Te dije que no pasaras de los 100.
The new normal, a time where we will have a fuller appreciation for the moment, a deeper understanding of life's precious moments. These moments happen every day. Your adventures, your triumphs, time spent with friends and loved ones on your journey. Experiences, memories, family, togetherness. So here's to a new normal, cherishing, recording, and never forgetting. A new world where we acknowledge these moments, creating and remembering them hand in hand. Hold on to every precious moment. Look back on your unique journey throughout this special era, passing them on, showing who you were and how you evolved into the person you are today and will one day become. So remember to cherish every part of the new normal and never miss a moment.
Te dije que no pasaras de los 100.
The new normal, a time where we will have a fuller appreciation for the moment, a deeper understanding of life's precious moments. These moments happen every day. Your adventures, your triumphs, time spent with friends and loved ones on your journey. Experiences, memories, family, togetherness. So here's to a new normal, cherishing, recording, and never forgetting. A new world where we acknowledge these moments, creating and remembering them hand in hand. Hold on to every precious moment. Look back on your unique journey throughout this special era, passing them on, showing who you were and how you evolved into the person you are today and will one day become. So remember to cherish every part of the new normal and never miss a moment.
Te dije que no pasaras de los 100.
The new normal, a time where we will have a fuller appreciation for the moment, a deeper understanding of life's precious moments. These moments happen every day. Your adventures, your triumphs, time spent with friends and loved ones on your journey. Experiences, memories, family, togetherness. So here's to a new normal, cherishing, recording, and never forgetting. A new world where we acknowledge these moments, creating and remembering them hand in hand. Hold on to every precious moment. Look back on your unique journey throughout this special era, passing them on, showing who you were and how you evolved into the person you are today and will one day become. So remember to cherish every part of the new normal and never miss a moment.
They say one man's trash is another man's treasure. I've certainly found that to be true. I'm amazed at what people throw away. They're all made from bits that other people don't want. So every bit of them is interesting. I haven't been able to create as much lately. They're not throwing it away as much as they used to. Either people have started valuing things more or something is a bit off. I suspect it's the latter. Humans don't appreciate what they've got until it's faded or disappeared entirely.
Cindy, check this one out.
This place is so beautiful.
Mate, these are sick. What? Did you make them?
Yeah, I make them.
What, you made all of them?
Yeah.
You don't mind if I take some photos, do you?
Nah, it's okay.
Dude, they're just epic. What do you make them out of?
Sort of changes all the time, really. It's whatever washes in. Sometimes it's plastic or sometimes even metal. This it's made primarily of driftwood. It kind of just shows up on the ocean and then just kind of tack it together.
That's amazing.
Can you show us how to make one?
Yeah, okay. I'm working on one at the minute, actually. You can come and have a look if you want.
Amazing, thank you.
You've got a real talent here, mate. What'd you make that one out of?
That's CDs.
CDs? God, you really did make it out of everything, didn't you?
So cool, dude. Thanks for showing us that.
That's okay. It's quite easy, actually.
What?
Wow.
Can we buy one?
No, they're not for sale.
Well, what'd you do with them all then?
I enjoy them.
You're a funny guy. Here you go.
No, that's okay. Yeah, you can have it.
Really?
Yeah, sure. Matches your mask.
Thank you.
Wow. Cheers, mate. What's your name?
It's Donny.
Donny. Nice to meet you. You're a real cool guy.
That's really kind. Thank you.
Cheers for that.
No worries.
Have a nice day.
You too. Don't put it in direct sunlight.
Time goes so quickly. The seasons are rolling into one. I always love the summers here. I like how the sun warms the water. It's beautiful, and I'm creating more, but that's partly because the shore is covered in rubbish again.
Can we please have another sculpture? We're happy to pay. My mom just thinks they are so good. She can't believe you make them out of rubbish.
Really obsessed.
There's been a lot more of it lately.
Yeah, I suppose that was one of the good things to come from it all. I mean, that and the birds.
Yeah, there was this super rare mockingbird in his mum's garden. Like, how sick is that? Matt's got me into birds.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a sucker for them, to be honest. A bit of a geek, really, when you think about it. I mean, it was only the third in the UK ever to be seen. You normally find them in North America, but probably never going to see another one now, so...
Pretty awesome.
Right.
It's been fun today. And look, here he is.
Hello.
He's been asking why there's so much rubbish now.
Well, the world, it's getting back to normal, and well, this is normal, unfortunately.
There's all rubbish end up on the beach.
Not all of it, exactly. Only actually a small amount of it ends up on the beach. The vast majority, it goes back into the ocean's ecosystem.
Sort of like the ocean's life bubble.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me angry.
That's good. Use that.
You know, I thought I'd know when it was time to move on. I knew it would be clear, and it is. It's been a happy home, and I'll leave it in safe hands. I'll say goodbye to my trashy friends. Hope other people will love them as much as I do. I hope they bring joy. And remind people that even when life hands you a load of rubbish, you can make something beautiful.
Hello, I'm Chris Overton and I'm the director of Leader. I think the new normal in this film represents positive change. The pandemic has created so many uncomfortable scenarios around the globe, but we've also learned a lot of valuable lessons too, and I don't think we would have learned any of them if it wasn't for COVID. We've all witnessed some parts of the planet quite literally heal itself, and that's because, you know, the Earth was given the chance to breathe. You know, nature has returned like it never has done before, carbon emissions were lower, people have tried new things, and ultimately it's shone a light on the power of change. The new normal and the main message behind this film is to not forget the lessons we've learned. Let's continue them. So, Leader is about the story of Donny, who is an artist that creates sculptures from ocean waste, and he lives in complete isolation on a beautiful beach far away from the community. And kind of one day he realises that there's less and less plastic and ocean waste washing up on the beach, so therefore he's unable to create his art. And then where Donny lives in this beautiful isolation is then discovered by the characters of Matt and Cindy, who kind of really interrupt his peace. They're tourists and they discover his sculptures and are blown away by them. Time passes and more people eventually start visiting Donny and his sculptures and his remote location, and that's when Donny meets little Izzy, the little girl that kind of questions why there is so much plastic washed up on the beach. So he feels it's time for him to leave this location, as it's not really what it once was. The peace has kind of gone, but he knows that this is a good thing, that he's kind of started an awareness and positive change, and therefore he's created the new normal without really realising. The most important thing for me when shooting this film was to make the character of Donny believable. So that heavily relied on the actor that we cast, so we're really proud of the performance that Jack gave, and I think he really brought some authenticity and something really unique to the part of Donny. Also, the locations and the sculptures were hugely important. The locations had to be kind of a character of their own, so we're really proud of what we found and the way the locations look on camera. And the sculptures had to be impressive, and I think they are. Shooting our first mobile film, well, that was a challenge, but it was a really exciting one and something that I really enjoyed. There's lots of new challenges presented to you when working on a phone, but there's a lot of advantages as well. And one of the things I liked the most was how easy it was to put the camera in positions that you wouldn't normally be able to if you were shooting on a big cinema camera. So we took advantage of that. We were able to get different shots that I don't think we probably would have been able to in the time that we had. I think mobile filmmaking has made making films so much easier. I definitely am surprised by the quality that we achieved. I think for upcoming filmmakers, you know, budget is always the number one thing that holds people back. You really can just be so creative with a phone. You don't need a lot of resources. Everybody has a phone and you really can achieve a very high quality, and I like to think Leader is proof of that. When you're in pre-production for any film, it always comes up, what camera are we going to shoot on, and I never ever would have considered shooting on a mobile before. But now I think it will be in my library of choice, so I do think mobile filmmaking could potentially be the new normal.
One billion views. If you told me 10 years ago that my YouTube channel was even going to hit 1 million, I'd have laughed you out the room. Back when my brother bought me my first ever smartphone in 2011, I fell in love with that thing. I was so blown away by how much you could do on something you could fit into your pocket, I started making YouTube videos about it. I literally spent day after day, night after night, sitting in the corner of my room, holding my dad's old camcorder in one hand and the piece of tech I was talking about in the other. I would create charts on my wall of how many subscribers I wanted to hit each week, and I'd cross them off as I went. It took me literally 4.5 years of learning and growing and grinding to hit 100,000 YouTube subscribers. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine I'd be able to do that. But even then, I was still earning less than the minimum wage. The point is, I loved making videos, but becoming a successful creator used to be a huge time commitment. It was a risk, it was the unknown, and you needed a lot of luck. But fast forward just a few years and everything's changed. In 2020, coronavirus swept the entire planet, affecting almost every living human in some capacity. In a best case scenario, this was a tough time, but also for a lot of people, it had a silver lining. More than ever, we were stuck in our homes, we were anxious, we were alone, and just craving that connection with other people. So we turned to social media. It could be recipes for an evening in, home workouts while we couldn't go to the gym, or just anything relatable to make us feel good. And so the kind of content people have started wanting has become much easier to make. You don't need to make an hour-long documentary anymore. You don't need studio lighting or any kind of pro gear. You can make a 10-second dance, and as long as people can connect to it, it could be providing joy to an audience around the world in minutes. What I'm saying is that compared to when I started, by 2020 the narrative had evolved. We needed content creators. And that brings us to now. In many places, things are finally starting to go back to some sort of new normal. But that audience for this new type of content is still there. And as we emerge from this pandemic, many of us are going to be allowed to travel, to meet people, and we're going to be able to collaborate. We're going to be able to do things again. And so, whether you have a setup that looks like this, or you have a setup that looks like this, you can be a creator, and you already have what you need. It's just crazy that you can pick up a smartphone now in 2021, and it's already better than a lot of the pro gear that I could buy back when I started. And just to prove my point, this entire video was shot on a smartphone. My message is simple. If any part of you feels like it wants to make things, now is the time to do it. In the new normal, it's never been easier to hit 1 billion. I see the new normal as very creator focused. I think more than ever we're just craving connection with other people. I could see a future where there's not just more creators, but there's also a higher attachment to those creators. Like a world where you could go into a store and you'd be buying creator branded products as opposed to high street products. It's not a normal day in the office. I think fundamentally it's not different to what I do every day. I'm still standing in front of the camera and talking to it, but the scale of the operation is completely different. Doing everything in one take it's probably the biggest departure from how I normally do things. I've literally spent my entire YouTube career scripting every single video word for word and then having that script directly in front of me. So I'm not naturally good at memorizing lines.
Hi, I'm Mike Harvey and I was the director for the Xiaomi Studios film 1 Billion Views. For this film, I focused on creating something that would never normally be shot on a phone. Basically, the line between professional and consumer gear is becoming more and more blurred, so this film is really just about showing off how much you can do with a smartphone now. I was really surprised actually by the phone and how capable it was on a shoot like this. I think the large sensor size makes a huge difference. The image quality was really good and the shooting options that you have when you're in pro mode, they're really impressive. Shooting in a large studio like this with lots of production design and orchestrated camera movements and lighting cues, it's all the kind of things that you associate with big cameras and lenses. It's definitely not something that you'd expect to be shot on a phone that fits in your pocket.
When I started making videos, I could only dream about a camera that could edit videos for you, that could replace the sky in your photos, that could remove people from the background using machine learning. It's incredible. I genuinely see the mobile phone and the computational photography and videography that comes with it as a huge part of the future of film. I think that the ceiling for what's possible when you combine artificial intelligence with optics is just higher than what any level of optics could achieve on its own.
Vabbè, glielo dico io. Lo vediamo dopo, eh. No, adesso no, guarda.
Signora, le ho già detto che deve contattare l'ufficio centrale.
No, un messaggio sul suo telefono.
Buongiorno, grazie per aver contattato Post Family, il servizio di spedizioni con cui la sua posta non sparisce mai. Mi chiamo Giulia, come posso esserle utile?
La mia posta è sparita.
Salve signore, sono felice di aiutarla a capire qual è il problema.
Guardi, aspetto una lettera da giorni e non è mai arrivata.
E chiama dall'Italia?
Mi trovo in Sicilia, sulle isole Egadi.
Beato lei, deve essere bellissimo.
Meglio se mi arrivasse la posta.
Dicevo, se non le dispiace, avrei bisogno di un indirizzo completo.
Ragazzi, ascoltatemi un attimo, per favore. Come sapete, da domani non si potrà più lavorare da qui, ma bisognerà farlo da casa. Ma per noi non cambia niente, perché Post Family è una grande famiglia e so che lavorerete benissimo anche da casa. Io chiedo a tutti voi la massima professionalità. Chiaro?
Ma scusi, si può sapere cos'è questa confusione?
Non lo so signora, forse è un'interferenza, adesso mi sente?
Come le dicevo, penso che qualcuno stia rubando la mia posta.
Pensa sia qualcuno nel suo palazzo?
Forse il tizio strano dell'8º piano.
Magari provi con un investigatore privato. Salve, grazie per aver chiamato Post Family, dove la sua posta non si perde mai, come posso esserle utile?
Sì, buongiorno, ho ricevuto una lettera che non è indirizzata a me. Pronto? Pronto, signorina? Pronto? C'è qualcuno? Pronto, mi sente, signorina?
Ciao ragazzi, bentornati al mio podcast di viaggio dove vi racconto come ho trasformato la mia vita in un viaggio di sola andata. Sto continuando ad attraversare il paese, però per me è sempre una grandissima gioia potervi portare insieme al mio lavoro ovunque io vada. Vi ricordo che sulla mia pagina troverete un'intera sezione dedicata alla fotografia online. E a proposito di foto, avete tenuto bene a mente quelle regole di cui abbiamo parlato la scorsa volta? Ricordate che saper scattare delle buone foto darà una marcia in più ai vostri contenuti online. I vostri obiettivi sono molto più vicini di quanto possiate immaginare. Siete pronti a realizzarli?
Alô, Carlos?
Sim?
Aqui é a Judite, da Simples LTDA. Tudo bem com você? Eu tô te ligando pra te ajudar a ter uma vida mais simples.
Não, muito obrigado. Eu tô de boa. Deixa pra uma próxima.
Carlos, mas isso não é uma opção. Vamos lá. Vamos começar pelo seu café da manhã. Nossa, o que é isso, Carlos? Eca! Que tal isso aqui? É muito mais saudável e você não precisa sujar tanta louça, não é mesmo, Carlos? E falando em limpeza, você poderia fazer uma limpa no seu armário, né? Pra que tudo isso de tênis? Eu tenho certeza que você consegue sobreviver só com esses aqui. Tá indo no mercado? Por que você não pede as compras pelo celular? Usa esse tempo extra para fazer algum exercício. E pode deixar que eu faça os pedidos por aqui. Vai, vamos mexer esse corpinho aí. Você tá precisando. Oba, as compras do mercado chegaram. Vai lá buscar. Ups, talvez alguém tenha errado no pedido. Eu ainda não tô satisfeita com a sua vida. Eu acho que tá faltando alguma coisa. O que você tá pensando em fazer agora? Que tal aprender algo novo? Tem tanta gente fazendo lives, dando aulas online. Ou talvez você possa meditar, escrever um livro, fazer pão, trabalhos manuais, adotar um gatinho. Já sei! Essa casa tá precisando de uma vida. Vai lá comprar uma plantinha para essa estante. Bom, meu trabalho aqui está feito por enquanto. Fique na linha para avaliar o meu atendimento. Até breve, Carlos. De nada.
Judite? Alô? Aqui quem fala é o Carlos, da Simples LTDA, tudo bem com você? Eu tô te ligando pra te ajudar a ter uma vida mais simples.
Poco a poco, nuestras vidas se están volviendo a la normalidad de antes. Se abren las fronteras, vuelven los viajes, los amigos. La libertad tan esperada la tenemos un poco más cerca, aunque también nuestros caminos son más inciertos. El que no se baña soy yo, Jaime. Y estos son mis amigos y compañeros de piso. Hemos decidido pasar nuestro último verano juntos, antes de que María se ponga a trabajar y Luis se vaya a estudiar fuera.
¿Vosotros creéis que llegaremos a Madrid antes del domingo?
¿Pero quieres volver ya o qué?
No. Es que mi madre quiere que me despida de mi abuela antes de irme.
Quisiera que este verano no acabara. Oye, que si quieres te llevo al aeropuerto.
Me parece que mi madre quería llevarme.
Jo, Luis, toda la cuarentena juntos y ahora te vamos a echar de menos.
Yo sí que os voy a echar de menos. Y también todo esto.
Creo que voy a vender la furgo. Creo que necesito parar, ¿eh?
¿Qué le ha pasado?
Jaime, déjame conducir ahora.
Estoy bien, no te preocupes.
Bueno, pero yo voy un rato y así descansas.
Vale, pero no te pases de 100 que se sobrecalienta.
Ahora sí.
¿Preparados, chicos?
Te dije que no pasaras de los 100. Ojalá la furgo no se hubiera arreglado. Lo último que quiero es volver a Madrid.
Oye, ¿qué estaba pensando? ¿Y si le digo a mi hermana que se venga al piso a vivir con nosotros? Tú te quedas con la habitación de Luis, que es más grande, y ella se queda en la tuya.
Tantos momentos juntos, tantas historias. Nunca se está preparado para decir adiós.
¿Quieres?
No.
Venga, va, que nos vamos en nada a Madrid.
¿Por qué siempre eres tan pesada? Que te he dicho que no quiero.
¿A ti qué te pasa?
No me pasa nada,
Nos
tranquilo.
llevas todo el día sin decir nada. Y en este viaje somos 3. Y tú no estás. Lo estás fastidiando todo. Mira, este es el último viaje que hacemos juntos. ¿Te enteras? El último viaje.
No te vayas, Luis, tío. Por favor.
¿Qué dices?
Ninguno sabe qué vendrá ahora, cuál es nuestro futuro, así que de momento disfrutemos del viaje. Antes de tomar nuestro propio camino, decidí hacer una parada, solo para aferrarme a este momento, al último momento de este verano.
So far away. I don't know what's gonna be. Maybe I'm walking from the wrong way. Different roads between you and me, and I'm sure I won't back away. Until I go, I'll be waiting.
เราอยากเป็นเด็กส่งฟิล์มหนังตั้งแต่จำความได้
ขอพาทุกท่านเข้ามาดูการฉายหนังด้วยฟิล์มในสยามประเทศกันนะครับ เนื่องจากค่าใช้จ่ายในการปริ้นฟิล์มมีราคาสูงในบ้านเรา หนังหลายเรื่องมีฟิล์มฉายเพียงชุดเดียวเท่ากับฟิล์มหนัง1 ชุดต้องถูกวนไปฉายในโรงหนังหลายโรงซึ่งนั่นก็จะเป็นหน้าที่สำคัญของเด็กส่งฟิล์มหนังอย่างเธอคนนี้ภารกิจเริ่มต้นส่งให้ทันนะเมื่อฟิล์มม้วนที่1จบลงเธอต้องนำฟิล์มม้วนนั้นไปส่งโรงหนังที่มีรอบฉายใกล้กันหนังเรื่องนี้มีฟิล์ม4 ม้วนม้วนละ30 นาทีโดยที่เธอต้องส่งทั้งหมดให้ทันเวลา
จานมาเองเลยครับพี่โตมันโดดงานอีกแล้วดิเหนื่อยกินน้ำปะ
หนังไหมโอ้ไม่อะไรกันนักหนาวะช้าไป5 นาที ไปส่งให้ทันแล้วกัน สู้ๆนะ
ได้ข่าวฟิล์มไหม้เหรอจ๊ะน้อง อ่ะนี่พี่เตรียมไว้ให้ เฮ้ย ขอบคุณมากเลยที่สามารถวิ่งงานแทนเนี่ย ไฟแรงแบบน้องเนี่ย พวกพี่กลัวตกงานมากเลยว่ะม้วน3เนี่ย โชคดีน้อง
เนี่ยหน่อยนะจานเราว่าหนังคาวบอยไม่น่ามีชุดบิกินี่นะ
ไฟแรงแบบน้องเนี่ย พี่กลัวตกงานมากเลยว่ะ
กับเอลฟิล์มไม่ทันเนี่ยจอขาวแน่เลยอ่ะ
ว้าโดนต้มดีกว่าได้
เอาจานมาเดี๋ยวผมช่วยไอ้ทำไมมันออกวะโอ๊ยเจ็บ
Finito, Horseman. Non ce la farai ad arrivare in tempo. Arrenditi.
มาทันพอดีเลยโหนิดวิ่งมาเหรอเหงื่อโซกเลยอ่ะเฮ้ยโอเคปะเนี่ยนี่เอาจริงๆไม่ต้องรีบก็ได้นะแค่จอขาวเองไม่เห็นเป็นไรเลยเอาจริงๆไอพี่โตมันส่งไม่ทันอะจอขาวประจำแหมก็แค่หนังเองอย่าคิดมากเลยคืนนี้ว่างปะไปหาอะไรกินกันวันๆอยู่แต่ในโรงหนังโคตรน่าเบื่อเลยอะ
Hai salvato le nostre vite, Mr. Horseman. Non sappiamo come ripagarti.
Voi siete tutti salvi. Ora è arrivato il momento per me di andare in pace.
Lei non può morire, signore.
Non sto morendo, ho solo bisogno di riposare un po'.
Mio caro Mr. Horseman, hai rischiato la vita per salvarci. Dici solo come possiamo ripagarti.
Con il vostro benedetto sorriso. Per favore, continuate a sorridere. E ricordatevi che ha sempre senso combattere per un sorriso. Quando andrò via, spero che tu non abbandoni la speranza.
Addio, Mr. Horseman. Addio.
Speriamo, speriamo, speriamo!
La prima volta che mi è successo ero nella metro. La prendo tutti i giorni insieme alle solite facce. È un momento della giornata che mi piace. Sì, mi piace molto.
Quindi la prima volta le è successo mentre era in metro?
Sì, ero là che cercavo un pretesto quando ad un tratto... Sì, è stato lì che è iniziata.
Ed anche in questo momento la sensazione di vivere all'interno di un film?
Non è una sensazione. Io sono dentro un film. Lo è anche lei. Questa qua non è la realtà.
E lei come fa a saperlo?
Lo so. Come so di essere inquadrato da lì.
Quindi adesso è inquadrato da qui dietro la mia spalla?
No. Adesso il film ci sta inquadrando entrambi da lì. No, eh?
No, va bene. Fingiamo che lei viva all'interno di un film. Che film sarebbe allora? Che genere? Che trama?
La domanda della psicologa è giusta. In quale film mi trovo? È la stessa domanda che mi faccio io dall'inizio di questa storia. Insomma, io sono dentro un film. Voi lo sapete perché mi state guardando. Sì, perché voi ora state guardando un film. Il problema è che qui manca una storia. Nei film tutto ha un senso. Nel bene o nel male si vivono avventure di ogni genere. Qualcosa per cui valga davvero la pena vivere. Ma qui no. Non c'è nessuna avventura. A me il tempo scorre lento e non succede nulla. E io mi sento sempre più solo.
Quindi sarei anch'io un personaggio di questo film?
Secondario, un personaggio secondario, sì.
Marco, io sono l'unico che ti dà ancora retta. Qui cominciano a pensare tutti che sei pazzo, lo vuoi capire o no? Ti assicuro che questa in realtà non è un film. Te ne accorgerai quando ti licenzieranno, io te l'ho detto.
La psicologa mi ha detto che questa storia del film è solo una scusa, una specie di prigione che mi sono inventato per non vivere. E se avesse ragione? Se non ci fosse nessun film? Se il problema fossi io? Se dovessi soltanto trovare il coraggio di parlare con lei senza bisogno di alcun pretesto?
Ti dovrei parlare un secondo.
Vado di fretta. Che c'è?
Dai, ti volevo dire un... Niente, scusa.
È inutile che mi guardate così. Come la stronza che non vi dà nemmeno mezza possibilità. Io non sono quel tipo di personaggio. Lui mi piace dal primo giorno in cui l'ho visto. Ma non possiamo avere una storia se non gli racconto tutta la verità. Se no finirebbe come al lavoro, ovvero con una lettera di licenziamento. Ma come si fa a confidare una cosa del genere a qualcuno? Cioè, come reagireste voi se il vostro lui o lei vi dicesse di vivere in un film? Finirebbe malissimo, io non lo potrei sopportare, ecco.
Scusa. Non ti volevo disturbare. Tu stavi parlando con qualcuno?
Io?
Sì.
No.
Tu stavi parlando con qualcuno?
Mi stai dando della pazza?
No. Tu stavi parlando con loro.
Ma loro chi? Qui non c'è nessuno.
Stava parlando con voi, non è vero? Ho indovinato, non è così.
Questo pazzo crede che voi possiate rispondergli. Loro non possono risponderci.
Lo so. Però per qualche motivo ci stanno seguendo. La nostra storia gli sembra interessante. Tu sei bellissima.
E stop! Bella, bene, ottima. Molto bene, allora torniamo alla posizione di partenza e facciamo il tuo primo piano mentre decidi di andarle dietro.
Quindi quella di Marco è la storia di uno che non sa in quale storia si trova, fino a quando non capisce di essere in un film romantico insieme a una che ha il suo stesso problema.
E oggi che è l'ultimo giorno di riprese,
l'ho capito.
Beh dai, ma se fossimo davvero anche noi in un film?
E che tipo di film sarebbe?
Beh, la storia di Gabriele Muccino che gira un corto con un ragazzo che non trova più la sua strada fin quando non incontra una ragazza con il suo stesso problema.
Questo saresti tu. Allora, facciamo che questo film potremmo farlo in un futuro prossimo, ma non oggi.
Okay.
Vabbè, dai, andiamo in posizione, ricominciamo e ripartiamo quindi da Marco. Pronti ragazzi? Ai posti?
Closer to the way I see you now, and I never wanna see you frown. When I'm asking you to come with me, just to see what we can see. Closer to a loving mind, love you till the end of time, the end of time. Shadows dancing around me, like raindrops falling from a tree. So far, so good. Closer to the way I see you now, and I never wanna see you frown. When I'm asking you to come with me, just to see what we can see. Closer to a loving mind, love you till the end of time, the end of time. Shadows dancing around me, like raindrops falling from a tree. So far, so good. raindrops falling from a tree. So far, so good. Closer to the way I see you now, and I never wanna see you frown. When I'm asking you to come with me, just to see what we can see. Closer to a loving mind, love you till the end of time, the end of time. Shadows dancing around me, like raindrops falling from a tree. So far, so good. Closer to the way I see you now, and I never wanna see you frown. When I'm asking you to come with me, just to see what we can see. Closer to a loving mind, love you till the end of time, the end of time. raindrops falling from a tree. So far, so good. Closer to the way I see you now, and I never wanna see you frown. When I'm asking you to come with me, just to see what we can see. Closer to a loving mind, love you till the end of time, the end of time. Shadows dancing around me, like raindrops falling from a tree. So far, so good.